Hello Terraria enthusiasts, my name is James, and today is the big Terraria 1.3.5 launch day, and I thought, considering the update has been out a couple of hours now, I thought today we could have a little chat. I wanted to tell you guys my opinions of the update, and wanted to go over some of the news for the next update, which is really exciting. And then I thought I would round it off with some cool little things I've learned about the update since it's been out, and a funny little patch note thing, which we'll go over at the end. So let's begin with my thoughts. So, as I said, the update has been out a couple of hours now, and as you can see on here on ChippyGaming, we actually haven't made that many videos about it. And that's because this update in particular is a very small update in terms of content. Now, I am in the kind of ballpark where I think Terraria is a completed game, and I feel like we've been spoiled so many times with these huge updates, with all of this content thrown in our face. It's nice to have something like this kind of roll around, because 0.5, you know, this new update, what it's done is it's spread Terraria across the world in a new way by adding proper language support, and then it's even helped people get into Terraria, you know, those people with very high-end PCs who want to play in 4K, they can now do that. People like me with an ultra-wide, I can now play in ultra-wide, and I can even zoom in the game to help with my eyesight, because that's actually something I've wanted for a really long time, and it makes making videos fun because I can now think of new ways to introduce items with zooming and such. And for me, I feel like 0.5 is the perfect update because it adds all of the things I've wanted for a long time, and then it also includes a bunch of people around the world to make the Terraria community and fanbase just that much bigger. So, like I say, I'm not one of these people that need updates all the time with loads of content. I love playing the game even without new big content patches. So 0.5 obviously took a hell of a lot of work. So I would rather just say thank you so much to Relogic and then kind of move on from it, because it's one of these updates where it's awesome and then you kind of just use it. Like it just becomes part of life. So there is an interesting thing with this though, because I obviously spoke about 1.3.5 to be something bigger, and I really thought it would be bigger, and that's not because I wanted bigger, it's just because I had a little bit of a feeling about it. And it was actually in the original update post that launched today, they actually spoke about 1.3.5 kind of having two perspectives. So apparently what we got today was one part of the team's vision for what this update could be. So that's what we got today. We got that support, we got the UI scaling, we got the language support, but there's another side to this, and this is a direct kind of read off from what was actually in the original article, and it kind of goes like this. The other part of this update will be focusing on a list of things that the team feels needs a fresh look, which means rebalancing, tweaking, polishing, as well as some areas that we feel were overlooked or forgotten when we were working on the past several updates. This will provide a solid foundation from which we can execute our other secret Terraria update plans, and we are pretty sure you will find those exciting. So it seems that 0.6 is kind of already being worked on, you know, it's already had that stepping stone there because the team are already talking about what they want to work on. And the way they kind of phrase this, you know, going back and tweaking, you know, previous updates, I wonder if they're going to do stuff for people like who are really, really adamant that we need more stuff for throwing classes and such, or people that just want a little bit of extra to do with a certain part of the game that's very niche. So I want to see what will come out of this. I personally have like no big prediction for what it's going to be. I want to know what it is though, because it does actually sound really exciting. And it's cool to see that past 0.5 we actually have some more stuff coming, and that just sounds, you know, to overdo it, really exciting. So I wanted to talk about some things that I actually learned after posting my videos that I thought you guys might like to know. So the first one is the Arcalis's armor that we actually showed. For me, it was kind of like a purpley black color, if I remember correctly. I'll be honest, it was a few hours ago, so I'm kind of fuzzy on it already. But what you can actually do is you can actually change that armor color by changing the color of your default Terraria clothes, and you can do this at a dresser. So the armor is actually based on your default colors. I obviously didn't realize this because it never occurred to me, because my default colors I was using in that video were for a character that we set up 5 months ago. So when I switched to that armor, it was just that color already, and I was like, okay, Okay, cool. That's awesome. So Arcalus's armor actually does change. And now another thing is actually to do with the zoom feature. You can actually press or kind of depress plus and minus, which is just next to the backspace key on your keyboard. And that will actually zoom in and out for you. I actually thought you had to do this every time by opening a menu and then pulling a slider across. You can actually do it on your keyboard. It's a pretty nice shortcut. I was so close to looking for it as well. And then somebody informed me on how you actually do it. So thank you very much. Now, I wanted to finish off today's video by showing this really cool bug that was actually found. So this was for the original 1.3.5. There's actually been a patch to fix this now. But there was this bug where the world could be filled with NPC truffles. Like, they just kept spawning for some reason, and they didn't even meet the requirements of the world. They would just keep spawning. Kind of like the invasion of the truffles. It made me laugh. But they actually patched that out very, very quickly. So once again, thank you so much to the development team for just snapping that update out there and saving everybody. But my god, that invasion of the truffles though, it does really, really crack me up. So that was it for today's video. I just wanted to go over 1.3.5. Obviously, I don't think we'll be having many huge videos on it from this point because it's a very small content update. But I just want to say thank you so much to Relogic for this update. I think it's perfect. I like these small updates. They don't need to be big to please me. So honestly, thank you so much. And I look forward to the next one because you guys are already teasing it. And you know I'll be there stalking your Twitters, trying to inform the people of the world about what's next. Right, have a great day, everyone. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.